We'll meet her next. Oh, my word. Our special music guest this morning has had to endure a lot of fulsome introductions to interviews, so let's just say hello, Kylie.
Hi.
Morning, Kylie. How are you?
I'm fine.
We were having a debate, weren't we, about when you first appeared on this famous sofa. And it was, when do you think it was?
I would say 88, or maybe 87. Certainly a long time ago.
And in those days, we didn't mention music, did we? Did we?
No, we mentioned...
we know
Ramsey
what.
Street. You know, yeah.
Ramsey Street neighbours. If you, I mean, inevitable question, if you can cast your mind back to then and the person you are now, what differences would you detect, do you think? Or is it
do you have
long?
a while?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, if I have to... I don't like to look back to that period. Not yet, anyway, because I'm intent on looking forward. But it is like looking at a different person when I look back then.
More bubbly, less mature?
To say the least. I mean, it's very hard to... I don't like having to sum myself up in a sentence now or then. But just very different. I mean, I find it strange when people are kind of shocked that I've changed. What did they expect of me?
Everybody changes.
You know, I'm not 17.
Yeah. Are you more wary of people? You've been brought up in every sense in a very high-pressured atmosphere. Everything you've done is under the public microscope?
It's, yeah, public scrutiny. And it can be very embarrassing growing up in public and having all your kind of mistakes documented.
Do you get used to it?
I don't know if I can ever truly get used to it or truly feel comfortable with it. I guess I can get used to it but not feel completely comfortable.
What now pleases you most and annoys you most?
What pleases me most is moving forward and growing in what I'm doing. And in the last year and a half, I've really been taking big steps forward, which has been great, and taking a lot more control with what I do, and feeling more satisfied with my career and my personal life.
And what annoys you most?
What annoys me most...
A question is like, what annoys you most?
like, yeah. I guess, you know, the same old story. The press can be kind of intrusive. You know, trying to cope with that sometimes is...
You had a public... Well, you didn't make it public. The media made it a public romance with Michael Hutchence. Then the breakup became a public thing,
Actually,
although you didn't make it.
I don't really know what they made of the breakup because I wasn't here, but I did hear different stories. So it was quite good that I wasn't here to see the rubbish that was being written. Yeah.
But Britain isn't alone in that, or is it?
No, but you are kind of leading the way, if I can say.
Yeah, although we do sell more papers.
You do, and it's incredible, you know, that... I mean, I like gossip myself, so I guess...
Oh, that's the point.
There's something in all of us that wants to know.
Yes, do you stand back and say, well, hold on, I'm outraged by these stories about me, but then if there's a similar story about somebody else in the paper,
yeah, I would pick it up and say, oh, God, you wouldn't believe it, but then I have to stop myself and think, what am I doing? This
it comes from the
most likely rubbish.
Comes from the thank God it's not me section, yeah. Tell us about Shot. Filmed in...
It was filmed at Pinewood Studios, which was quite exciting, you know. 007
Quite
studio.
a history, that's right.
Yeah,
and it's from your album.
It's from Rhythm of Love, and it's an unexpected single. We weren't planning on releasing a fourth single, but it was remixed by DNA. So.
And it's mean, moody, sultry.
Well, you decide for yourself.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's take a look then at Kylie's latest single called Shot, which is taken. Actually, look, inevitable question, looking at the soap, which Emmerdale would describe itself as. Would you ever rejoin any type of soap, do you think? Or would you reject it out of hand?
I certainly wouldn't do it now. But I do look back on my time in Neighbours. It was a really good time. Yeah.
You can actually now look back at that, because there was a time when you said, oh, don't talk about Neighbours.
I don't think I would like to sit down and watch a videotape of it, but... yeah. I could. Fortunately, I can still laugh at myself, which I often do. But yeah, I wouldn't be doing that again.
The theory is it's losing its steam a bit. I mean, that may be proved wrong. Did you sense about Neighbours that it was a product that would lose its steam quickly?
Not when I was leaving, no. I mean, it was a hard decision to make to leave the show because it was, at that time, the #1 show. So, of course, a lot of people told me I was really stupid leaving. But I think, you know, it's hard for... Soaps can go for a long time, but to maintain the #1 position, it's difficult.
I remember having an argument with Pete Waterman, who sat where you are.
He's good in arguments, yeah.
He is quite good, but we were reasonably good at the same time. We maintained that your initial success as a singer was purely down to the fame of Neighbours. I'm not insulting your voice or the music there, but it had to come from that.
I think you're wrong saying purely, because I say
partially.
Definitely, yeah, okay, I accept that.
But he rejected that out of hand.
No, well, that's Pete Waterman for you. No, I think a lot to do with the success at that stage was people knowing your name. I mean, people knowing about you. That's half of the battle, and then they become aware of the product you're selling them.
But you appeared in Japan. I remember seeing the film. Did they at the time have a Japanese version of Neighbours? No.
In a lot of countries, they don't know of me as an actress, and I've had the same success singing. So, you know, but I would say it definitely helped me in the beginning. Are
you staying with that hit stable, Stock Aitken Waterman, or is it a...
Well, I'm with them without them. I'm not solely with them, but at the moment I'm recording with Mike Stock, and I'm actually really pleased with what we're doing. And I'm doing some recording in America soon, so...
But if they disapproved of a direction you wanted to go, what would you do?
Well, I think they did disapprove.
Yeah, the theory was they didn't like your image in Shocked and in Rhythm of Life and so on. Didn't Mike Stock say he didn't like the Lolita image? It was too obvious.
Well, Rhythm of Love, it's called.
Rhythm of Love.
Yeah, I think they were a bit concerned that maybe I was going too far too quickly, but I mean, I've been talking with Pete quite a lot recently, and he's, you know, saying, you did it, okay, I didn't think you'd be able to do it, but you did it, so that's great. I mean, he's giving me credit for that.
By the way, viewers have rung in. Marino from Liverpool, Jatch from Leicester, and one or two others. We didn't know this. Happy birthday on Tuesday.
This is my birthday on Tuesday.
they're wishing you well. 23?
Yeah.
Is that a big year or just a middling year?
Well, it's kind
23?
of in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, birthdays are always exciting. Of course, I've been telling all my friends, don't forget, it's my birthday.
Yeah, and the address of the party you're having? And
I'll be mentioning that little... Forget it.
Take a rest for the moment, Cardi. I think we're going cooking.
Yes, we are. Right after this break, it's Rusty Lee.
I'll move that.
Kylie Minogue's with us this morning. Good morning to you again. A couple of days ago, we had Harry Connick Jr. on the programme, who is the same age as you, 20, well, you're 23, what, Tuesday, you're 23? And he was saying that in his career, I mean, he's obviously, like yourself, right at the top at the moment, but he says inevitably it's going to go like a roller coaster. Are you kind of prepared for that, or do you ever think about it at all?
I think that just knowing that there's a possibility of that happening is preparation enough. It's a mistake when you think, or if someone was to think, okay, I'm at the top, I'll just put my feet up and relax, because you're only as good as what you do next, and I think it becomes more difficult to maintain that level. So yeah, you know, I know that tomorrow, 6 months' time, 2 years, who knows, I'll just keep going.
Do you try not to think about it? Does the pressure ever get to you?
Yeah, of course it gets to me. I mean, everyone has bad days with what they do. I have days where I would much prefer to be doing kind of normal 9-to-5 job and have stability and routine and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately I'm self-employed, so, you know, it's up to me to make changes or to stop.
Did you have a game plan as such? Did you think to yourself, right, by this stage, this is what I'm going to be doing? Or did you just kind of fall into acting, fall into singing?
I would say that I fell into it in the beginning, and it's in the last 18 months so that I've really had to try to plan ahead. I'm not very good at it. I mean, I say to my manager, or he knows that if we plan something for 6 months ahead or a year ahead, I'm most likely to change my mind at the time and cause all sorts of difficulties, which I'm good at, complications.
Well, you know what you're going to be doing for the next, couple of weeks anyway? You're going to be starting touring? When does that actually start?
Well, at the moment, I'm pretty much promoting this single, and then I'm recording my next album, and I'm touring in October.
In October,
yeah.
so it's not until October.
Yeah.
So it's not so bad. Where are you going to be going? Is it a world tour, or is it just...
No, I'm just touring England. I toured Australia in February and Japan in March, so it's a long time afterwards, but it is an extension of that tour.
Is it just going to be England, or are you going to do the whole of Britain?
Just England at this stage, yeah.
Right, so
I'm really looking forward to it.
Great. Well, have a very happy birthday on Tuesday.
I will,
enjoy
thank
yourself.
You.
And it's really nice to see you again.
Thanks.
Good luck. Cheers.
You can take Rusty's recipe with you as an early birthday present. Well, don't look so happy about it.
I'll just take the cake now.
You know, we can't think of a finer present for you. Right, I think we're...
Minogue!